I'm back. I know I took a hiatus. My fault. Not really. There's very important stuff going on in my life. But let's just hop into this video right now. You guys watched the Oregon Ducks versus Penn State game. It was the most stressful game that I've ever watched when it came to the Ducks. Besides Ohio State last year. The key points I wanted to talk about was like Oregon was going into the Penn State game. As far as like things beforehand, you can tell that Ducks were just putting their foot on the gas, like going through the opponents that they went against in the start of the season. You can tell that those opponents wasn't very like up there top contenders. This was Oregon's first like big game and stuff like that. Went in with the heads in the game. You can tell when they first was coming out into the stadium and everything they had, it was like forward, all they seen was victory. And that's what eventually where they led was to get that win. It was stressful. I'd say the offense with the Ducks pristine, like as good as they start off the season to be, which is ultimately expected because his defense is actually pretty decent, pretty good. You can in the game, rewatch the highlights and everything like that. Other than that, I feel like it was a neck. Yeah, I can already see it was a neck and neck game. We went into double overtime, which had me at the edge of my seat, sweating, stressing, yelling. About my kid, but we got the win, and I feel like we needed that. Of course, State was the second in the nation. Came and stole them down to the. I think they're in 8th, if I'm not mistaken. They got knocked down to 8th, but we do have a game coming up, and that is versus Indiana. Now, I don't know much about Indiana and their team. I want to go watch their highlights and everything like that, but they didn't get knocked down to 8. Knocked down to 7. So Penn State's in 7, Indiana's in 8. So, and I looked at their initial recent games and everything like that, and their scoring, blowing stuff out the park. That doesn't really mean that much. I mean, never really heard anything about their offense and defense. As I said before, I will look into it. By the way, this is going to be a very uncut, edited prediction of mine. Because unfortunately, CapCut subscription is $10 for standard and about $30. No, not $30. $20 for pro. And now I ain't got that type of money. So we're going to have to improvise. Give you guys some authentic, edited version of me, I guess. But anyway, Oregon Ducks play the Indiana. What do you even call themselves? See, this is how uneducated I am when it comes to this team. Hoosiers? I don't even want to pronounce that. To be honest. My prediction for this game is I feel like Oregon Ducks are going to start off like they always do. They start off pretty strong, high pressure, get that scoring gap down a little bit, and then just slowly pick up slowly defeat them. Or it could be two different things. There could be that, like stuff or fast, and then pick up gradually at the end of the game. But sometimes starting off slow, strong defense. Spring did in their first game. I'm pretty sure it was against Oklahoma. Mistaken. They was up in score by so much in the second half. I feel like that's gonna happen. Not in that way, drastic way, as far as what they did to. No, it wasn't Oklahoma. What they did into Montana. That's not gonna happen. But I feel like it's gonna be at least like up by 24 or 30 in the second half. So like first or second quarter, I feel like they come to like 4 to like 0. That's what I'm hoping. My second prediction scoring would be 24 to like 4 to 10. That's in the second half, though. I feel like we're gonna more of a gap between that. And for that, I would say the game prediction for that game will be 20 to 23. No, actually, scratch that. 45-20. And that's what I'm going to cap right there. That's Barry Vibes. Indiana versus the Ducks prediction. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Oh, before I actually go, I do want to add the fact that I feel like it's going to be a better game for the Ducks. I feel like when that score, that 45-20, that's my initial scoring. They could get more than 45 just because of the simple fact that we're playing home at Autzen Stadium. And you already know how that goes. We dominate. So just drop your score and predictions in the comments. Um, and let's see who's right. Once again, I'm not very much educated in football. I just newly found this interest, But I'll catch you guys in the next one.